Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mara stock chart planning update video. Now there's a lot of concerns with some macroeconomic news that's happening currently in the US and outside the US, just like these what are they? No, not right. Some kind of protest in some ports, and I think it's two major ports, I'm not sure. But it's a big deal, and then there's some Iran and Israel conflict that continues to evolve, and what I'm going to be going over is why I am not concerned when it comes to these asset prices that we have here that we're going to be covering today, why I'm personally not concerned about it, even though we had a dip today, and why, and of course how that doesn't affect my overall view on the asset I'm going to be covering today. And of course I'm going to be going over Bitcoin as well. So like, low stress, no reason to worry. This isn't like a black swan event or anything like that. I'm gonna be covering it all in a minute. But guys, welcome to October, and everything I'm gonna be saying in this video is just my own personal opinion. It is not financial advice, and I want to make that very clear. But yeah, let's get going today. Oh, and one more thing. I finally finished. I took advantage of today's dip in Bitcoin to accumulate in my last buy that I want to make with BITU. So if you guys have been following for a while, I've been wanting to buy $10,000 worth of BITU, but averaging it in towards the last trading week of September. Now, I didn't do any buys the last day or the last trading day of September because Bitcoin was trading a little too high. It was trading a little bit too overvalued short term in my opinion. So thankfully I waited. I had a feeling it was gonna dip. We saw a dip, and I made my last transaction today. So I have a picture up there that I've been to show you guys what the 5 transactions actually look like. So I am a little bit down on that position right now, but I do not plan on touching that position at all throughout the entire October, the month of October. So let's see. I'm gonna be keeping you guys updated on this position, more in detail on my weekly Bitcoin portfolio update videos, and then we'll do an update on that towards the end of September. But we'll do it once a week. I mean, in the end of October, so we'll probably do like four updates at least on that position. So I'm very thankful to accumulate before we're back to all-time highs. So I'm not too worried about it, but I'm going to explain that in this video right here. So if you guys also been following for a while, if you guys have followed, even just recently, oh man, I wish I brought a bottle of water here, but I didn't, so that's unfortunate. If you guys been following for a bit, you know that I keep saying Mara is in the discounted half of the overall bullish structure that started in late 2022. Now, the reason this is noteworthy is because we understand that if Bitcoin finally starts making the all-time high, starts reaching up higher, passes 100,000 for the first time, then we're finally going to start seeing Mara retesting previous swing highs, these major swing highs up here. But in the short term, and I've been stressing this every time I cover Mara, every single time I cover Mara, I keep stressing this value gap between the first red line and the first green line right here. So this is our first level of bullish confirmation, with the red being our my accumulation area, and that's how I have been managing this stock for quite some time now, since we've been down here since early September. I keep moving this towards the right, but it was back here as well, and I kept moving it to the right. We had a brief break into the green level, but because it was very brief and short-lived, it didn't trigger my first level confirmation because again, we didn't have sustained prices in here. Ever since then, we keep getting rejected. Every time we near that 0.35 green, we keep getting rejected. So I kept telling everyone, like, you guys, it's up to you how you want to manage this. We're going to keep this yellow line here as potential resistance if it tries to pop back up. It won't be major though. This isn't a very strong resistance line in my opinion. I'm just going to leave it there. but it's not something I'm going to take very seriously. But I want to make it very clear, right? So I kept telling everyone, so many times, that this value gap between the two lines is my patience area. It's my do nothing area, because when prices is in this area, usually this is where volume begins to decide if we're going to start to see a break of structure to the bullish side, or if we're going to get rejected and continue to consolidate in these more discounted price areas. So that's why I kept telling everyone, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long we consolidate in this value gap. It is very, very, very important. I can't stress this enough, but I'm going to keep reminding you guys about this every MAR video. But every time we're in this area, do nothing. Do nothing. It is very, very, at any moment we can see the price break up higher. If Bitcoin just suddenly decides to finally start recovering and go up higher and retest all-time highs and break all these previous swing highs we've been seeing, we can easily see the price break into this green area, at least the discounted half, very, very easily. But why take the risk, right? And I'm going to get into Bitcoin's chart in a little bit, but if Bitcoin was, actually I'll show you this real quick. So, excuse me. If we were back here and we were up here with MAR, right? At that moment in time, Bitcoin kept saying that, hey, it's trading up here in this blue area, and this is where I'm looking for resistance. And I've said this in previous videos, and you guys can, there's a lot of news on the events going on today. But you guys can look at previous video, and I keep saying, I kept saying that we hit minimum requirements for potential resistance once we finally broke into the first level of this fib extension, which is the one line, the 65.6K level. And I said it's very, it's likely that Bitcoin could easily break up higher, reach the top of this descending resistance line in an overall bigger triangle pattern. But since we did, meet minimum requirements right here, it is a good idea. It's very likely as well that the price can dip down and finally start retesting these previous support areas right here. And I kept saying minimum requirements are met. It's possible that Bitcoin could continue to go up higher right here, but we were up here. RSI was over. It was quite high, and I wouldn't be surprised if we retest the first 0.35 level right here. And I said this in my previous video. So we retested it. We broke into it. Now we're at the bottom half of this range. So what I'm going to give you guys, and I'm going to do that in a moment, I'm going to draw out a new support area in case we do go lower, what I'm going to be personally looking at. But when it comes to Mara, guys, it's quite simple. We didn't reach into this area, so I didn't do nothing. And we, of course, besides reaching into it, we haven't been consolidating and having sustained prices in this area either. So with that being said, I'm doing nothing. And next thing you know, I wake up, I look at the prices, and we're much lower. And now Mara closed out today down here in this red area once again. So I am back in the accumulation area, and I'm going to keep it the same. I'm keeping it the same. You guys need to understand that besides this strike, I think that's what it is, with all these ports and shipping container goods and whatnot, this can potentially cause somewhat of temporary inflation on a lot of goods, including cars. My Toyota might even go up in value. Who knows? Who knows? Cars, not used cars. I'm sorry, my car's used. So I'm assuming just new cars are gonna go up in value. So maybe my Toyota won't go up, but that's expected. And a lot of, if you guys check out Clear Value Tax video, he talks about banana prices going up, a lot of foreign goods and whatnot. So all that can potentially go up, but it's just not going to be very short-lived until the U.S. government makes a deal, works something out, and then gets everything back going. I'm not going to get into much detail about that. But when it comes to Israel and Iran, it's just more negative news. Yeah, we can potentially see higher gas prices as well, but like there's been conflicts between these two countries for quite some time now, and we've been good until another major news happened. So it's just a lot of back and forth, a lot of like old news, and now new things are happening, which is kind of in the same avenue, kind of same street, and then it just sounds a lot more fresh. It sounds scary. It's very frightening. But I am not doing anything. All of the news, those two news that happened today, does not affect me whatsoever when it comes to how I trade and how I plan to continue to manage Mara. It's going to be quite simple. Accumulation area, do nothing area, first level confirmation up here, where if we see prices sustain themselves, then I am going to be looking to shave off a portion of that position. But yeah, it's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. I'm not doing anything different. There's no reason to worry, in my opinion. It's it's as simple as that. Um, I kept saying that when it comes to Bitcoin, I would like to see the prices come up here. Minimum requirements are met. Not surprised, Bitcoin fell down. Today, it did fall down a little bit lower than I thought it would. I thought this would probably, stretch out for like 2 days. But, the faster we go lower, the sooner we can have our price consolidation in, or the price correction in, and the sooner we can start breaking up higher. I would rather prices dip down quick than dip down slowly. Takes forever. So I'm actually happy to see this. There's a lot of imbalance anywhere here. So right now, I'm not telling anyone what to do, but it looks pretty tasty to take a little bit of a long position here to sell out around just over $63,000, or like anywhere between 62.9 to 63 would be a really good conservative sell. But we should have a little bit of a positive correction here, and then we'll soon, once all this dies out a little bit and things kind of get handled a little bit more and more, we can expect more news, of course, on the protest tonight, probably tomorrow as well. But strike. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. The strike. I'm not sure if they're kind of the same, but either way, we should see a little bit of a correction soon. So I might take a little bit of a short trade off cap. Not short, a little bit of a trade. We'll see. But I finally added to my BITU position. I'm not going to touch it for the rest of October, but I'll be updating you guys on it. Not surprised that Bitcoin fell, although it fell a little bit sharper than I thought it would, which is good. This area, we've been tracking this for a while, since well before Bitcoin jumped up into this area. So it's nice to see actually minimum requirements being filled. We're back down, we're back in this area, and now, like I said, and I got something else to show you guys as well. But we're just gonna do something super simple from the top of this candle, bottom of this candle, to the top of this candle. We can continue to see, and I'm gonna make this red just because why not? Why not, right? I think that looks super cool. Once we start trending higher, I'll give you guys an update on that. But we can use these supports as resistance as well. But I'm gonna make a video again, most likely tomorrow, giving you guys a little better, because these are filled. These aren't really necessary anymore. Actually, I'll just do it now. I don't know why I'm gonna wait. So let's take this off. We filled it entirely. Actually, let's leave it for now. We'll take this off. That's not needed anymore. I'm gonna leave that one there because I think it kind of looks cool. It looks like prices are starting to break into our new support area. So we came into this area. Oh, actually, it just broke into a little bit more, so we might not even need it anymore. And then to the top of we'll do the major top of the swing high right here. So this orange line is going to show potential if there is if there is going to be a continued bearish trend. We can easily see prices come up here at a minimum, hit this 0.618, and then continue its bearish trend lower. But the cool thing about this is that the 0.618 and the 0.5 fills in almost perfectly this imbalance right here. Very nice imbalance. So this potentially right here can act as a magnet, this level. We'll see how that goes. And then we also have a wick down here closing down all this wick right here closes this gap. So we're with no imbalance there. It's right here. So I'm keeping an eye on this level right here as potential resistance. So I'll leave this white line. The 0.35 can act as a major resistance. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you guys updated. And this is our new support area for this bearish trend. So you guys saw how I got that. So you guys can share your opinions on this and what you think. But I'm still sticking with my opinion that this purple area will no longer be like messed with whatsoever. We're done here. We're done here. But we need this healthy correction, because look, since back here we just been uptrending. No actual reasonable correction. Like if you guys take a look at this swing low to the swing high up here, super minimum, minimum requirements were met. That's why we kept pushing up higher, but it was super shallow, super weak. So we need something a little bit more meaty for this to happen, right? And if you guys take a look at this area, this whole swing high right here, real good. It filled it in entirely, right? So this is what we want to see. So we want to start seeing prices show reversal. As you can see, RSI is super oversold, and I want to show you guys the 1 week as well on Bitcoin. This is okay. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. So I'll draw it out just because where is my rectangle? So this area right here, to me, pretty good imbalance. Top of this wick, bottom of this wick, this rectangle, as you can see, filled it in entirely, this imbalance. And then we have our support, our new support for this giant weekly negative candle right there. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Just because we have negative news right now, everything else is still holding up strong. We're getting our my mouse just like, I know why. This mouse is like very you can spin the wheel and just keep spinning. It's designed that way. I gotta be a little more gentle with him. I'm still getting used to the mouse, but it has this cool wheel that you can move this around. But we're seeing finally a reasonable correction, very reasonable. We broke down through this area. We're using this as a major resistance if prices go back up, and support should be found in this area. For right now, we broke into it briefly, so we'll see how this continues. If I'm not too lazy, I'll update you guys tomorrow. Again, no stress. I'm not worrying about any of this. I like to see a deep correction happen sooner than later, because eventually it had to happen. Look at all this buying going on. We finally need something to give Bitcoin a breather, a reasonable breather. And then when it comes to Mara, again, I'm just repeating myself, but accumulation area, do nothing area, no transactions is how I'm taking this. And then right here starts shaving out of the small accumulation. Like when I say accumulation area, I feel like I strongly believe that no more than 20% of the trading capital that you want to put into Mara should go into the accumulation area. No more than 20%. That's already a lot. Like, it's just an accumulation area. It is not to put everything. I should change the name from accumulation to like light accumulation. Lightly accumulate area. I don't care if it's less than 20%. You can start shaving and then do nothing area until we have further confirmation. There's just no reason. It's not worth your time to stress about this. It's nothing. And then all this macro news, it doesn't really affect Bitcoin. Like, Mara is all self-sustaining. Like, they do their own stuff. And it's just nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about, guys. So it's as simple as that. I'm just sitting back, just chilling. You guys already know my approach now that I feel like I repeated myself a whole lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. Free Discord server. If you want to join, we talk about Bitcoin primarily. Mara as well and some other stuff. But if there's a link to my website down below. There's a free Discord link. Go ahead and join it. Click on it. Put in whatever cool nickname you want to go by, and then welcome to the community. So yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care. And let me put that back. And then what's tomorrow? Wednesday. So let's see how Wednesday goes. Oh, and then one more thing. If you stuck around, BITU guys. If Bitcoin is down very nicely, BITU might be a good buy. I mean, I've been buying it. I shared with you guys earlier in this video that those transactions. Nice imbalance right here filled. Just a gap. Let's see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated throughout this month. Take care.